I've never seen it take this long. It's crazy. All right, there we go. We're ready. All right, so the case study was the wilderness survival, and we were to pick or order our items from 1 to 14, right? Or 13?
Yes,
14.
14.
Okay. All right. So are we just going to go through, do we just go through the items and discuss where we put them? And then we got to put it in our group rating, right?
I think so. Yeah, I think we're supposed to come up with a consensus on what our group ranking should be.
Okay. All right. That sounds easy enough. All right.
And then apparently then we must have to do some kind of calculations or something.
Okay. I know there's something. Yeah. So we go through our group rating and then we go through individual error, right?
Yes.
Plus or minus. And then I guess our
A group.
conclusion will be what the experts say.
Yes.
All right. Let's go then. What is your number one thing?
What was I thinking? Number one, I was thinking water purification tablets.
Okay. Why?
Just because I know you can live without food for a lot longer than you can water, and I would think you would want good water.
Okay. All right. So I actually have that as number 11.
Do you?
Yes.
Do they have some other means of getting water or?
Well, so in the simulation, it talks about rainwater, that it rains a lot.
Oh, good point. They could capture the rainwater.
So, yeah, so capture rainwater. And I mean, we're not getting rid of these items. These items aren't disappearing, they're coming with us regardless. So, my thought process was in the event of collecting rainwater, so if I needed to use them, I could.
Now, why are we ranking them if they're all coming with us?
I'm not 100% sure
Because
because
that doesn't, you know what I mean? It's like, why rank it if you get to take everything that?
I think it's just for the sake of um, setting it priorities.
Mm.
Because yeah, because that's my understanding is it's all coming with us regardless. These 14 items are what we have, but there's also 6 people, so or 5 people. I think that's where we're looking at is how what we would. So if we had to get rid of something, then what would we get rid of?
Okay.
I guess
So what was your
that's
number
the
one?
area. Matches. Why
And
don't
I
you?
had them. I had
Oh,
them as number two, so I agree they're very high.
okay. So they're 1 or 2. Okay. I mean, I'm not against the water purification. I'm just like reading through the scenario. There's other things that would be more more valuable, considering you could drink the water. Like this is going to be Canada, so you're going to have more natural lakes and things like that. Um,
Yeah.
let's see. I wonder, why don't we go through your list first, and then I'll go through my list, and then we'll compare the two, see if that'll be the
Sure.
easiest way. So
Sure.
I'm
What
gonna
did
put I'm gonna put yours in group F, just so I can
oh,
keep track of it.
keep track of it. Okay. What did
So
I have next? So I
water
had water, and then
purification.
but I did miss the rainwater thing. So, and then matches,
Okay.
and then sleeping bags.
Okay.
Obviously, I like to be warm. And then I was
Yes.
thinking parachute cord,
Okay.
and
We're
I don't
dead on that
necessarily
one, by the way.
are we? And I don't necessarily
Yep.
know why. I just know my husband really likes it when he's in the woods. And then five, I think I had the food.
Okay.
And then six, I had compass.
Okay.
And seven, I had map because they
Okay.
kind of go together, I thought.
Right.
And then eight, I had fishing poles. I didn't know how useful they'd be since they were broken.
Well, you'd still be able to use the fishing line.
Yeah. And then 9, I had the whiskey. I was thinking it would work as an antiseptic for injuries.
Yep.
I don't know if that's true or not.
It is.
Okay. That was all I was thinking with it. 10, I had insect repellent.
Okay.
Because I was pretty much thinking they would just kind of make a camp and stay till people came, is kind of what I was thinking.
Okay.
And that's why I put the other stuff lower. It was like, okay, what do you need to be comfortable while you're there? And then, so then I had, after insect repellent, I had the flotation devices. And then 12, I had duct tape.
Okay.
13, I had clothes. I don't necessarily know why you would need extra clothes.
Okay.
And 14, I had the yellow frisbee. I had no idea what you would use that for.
Well, I will. All right, so I'll go through mine.
Okay.
So I had matches as number 1, specifically for warmth and to dry your clothes and your sleeping bag if it's wet. 2 would be sleeping bags. And the reason sleeping bags up there because exposure.
Yes.
And that's also why the clothes are up there for me. Number 3.
So you put those as number 3?
Yep. And they also serve as other purposes. So
yeah, you can make bandages and stuff with them if you needed to, or slings or whatever.
Well, and water purification. If you have a fire, you have charcoal. If you have a shirt, you have a light filter. You have sand. So there's plenty of options. Because I think more long term, because they said 5 days is the minimum. And then, so everything I'm basing it off of is more of long term. Number 4 is the parachute cord. Number 5, the whiskey, exactly for the antiseptic. Number 6 is the plastic covered regional map. So I'm assuming that's a pretty good sized map that folds up.
Yeah.
So that could be used as a cover for a shelter. Parachute cord would be used to tie that up, or lots of other things. Number 7, duct tape. Number 8, flotation devices. 9, the fishing poles. 10, the compass. 11, water purification. 12, the frisbee. And 13, the fanny pack. I thought I put the frisbee before that, but I guess not. I've done this like 14? 3 or 4 times. 14 would be insect repellent.
Oops. My computer. I must have miscalculated something. Okay. So you said the fanny pack was what number?
13.
13. Okay. Okay.
But that's weird because I would have put the frisbee. Let's see. Anyway, that's okay. We'll discuss it now.
Okay.
So we both think sleeping bags are really
my
far
group
up there.
ranking. How come I put numbers in my group ranking already?
I'm not sure.
Oh, maybe I was messing. Okay, never mind. I'm getting all confused. Okay.
Yeah, you probably just.
So do you think the best strategy is to hunker down and wait for help, or do you think the best strategy is to go look for help?
I would say to go look, but it also kind of depends because we have one person with a broken leg, and we also have someone else that's injured otherwise. So I mean, you're not going to necessarily be able to move very far. I didn't even think about the hunkering down.
Yeah, and that's why I ranked my stuff the way I just thought, oh, well, they'll just stay put and make themselves comfortable. But I guess you could send a couple of your good people out, but that would affect my rankings differently. Like if like the majority of the group stayed and you sent like 2 people out to go.
Well, but then you have to divvy up the materials too.
Yeah. So.
And I don't think you'd want to do that. That's interesting. I didn't think about the hunkering down, mostly because I didn't remember the broken leg. But there is a broken leg, right?
Yeah, I think there was. It didn't sound like their injuries were horrible, but they said some scrapes and bruises, and I think there was a broken leg. Where?
I'm gonna grab it real quick too.
I don't know where I put that. Maybe it's in here.
Well, there's several things that we agree on up top.
Yeah, small matches. Life-threatening temperatures, cold. Yeah, one person suffered a broken leg and several others had cuts and bruises. So the broken legs
cuts and
probably
bruises for the alcohol.
Yeah.
As well as for fire starting. Okay. So rain is frequent. Okay, the temperature fluctuates severely. Now, the other thing we have that I didn't think about was the canoes. Because that's already there.
Yeah,
I know
but
it's
we
not
didn't
one of the
use those
items.
at all.
Right. Because that should have been there, but maybe they thought since it's broken, it's not worth anything.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So I'm fine with matches being number one just because of the rainwater.
Okay. And the cold. Okay.
Yeah.
And sleeping bags then are up there also.
Yes, I don't like to be cold. So what do you want to do? Matches 1 and sleeping bags 2?
Yeah, especially if we're staying still. And I think you're right. I don't think we can move.
Well, it's always hard because if you move, then you're harder to find for search parties. Can you still hear me? Hello?